We are in Japan! Ohio, konnichiwa, konbanwa, hajimimashite. Beshi desu.
Miriam des.
Angela des.
We have a special guest today, the Angela Swain. For some reason, I wanted to say late and great, but you ain't dead.
Not yet.
Not even after guzzling something very special that we're going to talk about at the end of this episode from our experience at Omakase.
No, Omakase.
Okay. We are coming to you live. We're all sitting on a bed right now. We're in the cage. I don't know if you've seen on my TikTok or my social media. We're at this boutique hotel called B&A Studio. We're in the themed room called Zen Garden. The bedroom is fucking caged and it's painted gold. Mm-hmm. Very zen, very meditative. Although we've been sweating through our asses all night. I've just released a brand new line of pre-order merch on entitledhousewife.com. We have sweatsuits, dad caps, beanies, and polos. They're all, what is it called when it's?
Embroidered.
Mm-hmm. It's really well done. The sweatsuits are vintage, hand-dyed, super cozy. We have entitled sweatsuits from the Entitled Pro Shop and Huntington Country Club sweatsuits. So those are available for pre-order only for 2 weeks, and then they're going to start shipping out. So get them while you can. It's a limited edition item. Also, I've got tour dates on sale right now. The tickets are all on entitledhousewife.com. First 3 shows, I'm flying straight from Japan to Seattle at the Neptune Theater, and then Portland at the Aladdin Theater, and then on to Vancouver, British Columbia at the Rio Theater as part of the Just for Laughs Festival. Now, girls, where do we even begin?
We are in Japan, baby.
We're in Tokyo.
We are in Tokyo, and we are having the time of our lives.
Yeah.
Having a blast.
The best time.
The windows truly look like the sex scene from the Titanic, but without Rose scraping her hands down the wall. Mm-hmm. Angela has taught us a little bit of Japanese.
I'm doing my best.
Will you say the
Do our intro.
yeah.
Ohayo, konnichiwa.
Konbanwa. Hajimimashite. Becky, the name Becky doesn't really seem to translate here, or it comes out as Becky desu, or so I've been saying Beshi desu.
Miriam des.
Angela des.
Okay, so you say it des.
It's des.
Okay. Beshi desu.
Miriam des.
Angela des.
Miriam des.
Angela knows the language really well.
That is far from the truth.
No, you, comparatively speaking, we know nothing, and you've been carrying us through this whole time.
And you sound, your dialect is so good. It's like you've been trained by like an acting coach, a dialect coach. It's so good that I normally feel comfortable saying things like hello and thank you and goodbye, and I was too insecure about it because you sound that good that I was afraid to say arigato because you're like arigato.
Well, I spent a lot of time here by myself. And I would go days without speaking. Like, I would just kind of go about my way and like not talk to anybody.
You need to put that closer to her mouth.
Because it is really difficult to communicate, and it is very intimidating. Like, when someone gives you a full sentence, like if you have the ability to kind of like introduce yourself or ask for something in a way that's kind of convincing, you'll get a rapid fire response. But I'm like, oh, I'm done. That was it. That was all that I had. And then at that point, you have to say like, I don't understand. Like, English, please.
But then you also know how to say I don't understand. Is it
yes,
skoshi?
It's very, very skoshi's a little bit. Like, I speak Japanese a little. Like, I speak Japanese a little bit, and then they're like, "Oh God, I'm so sorry. I could have started with English."
Yeah.
So it's I by no means have a grasp on what is being said, what is happening, and where we are. But I'm happy to walk you guys through it. It's been so fun.
It has been really fun. I mean, I've never experienced a culture quite like this ever in my entire life.
Which is come to light. You've made it very clear because everywhere we go, you just look around and say, wowzers, over and over. The number of times we've heard Becky say, wowzers, just like off on her own little mission is astounding.
Have you guys talked about how we ended up here?
In the cage?
No, how we ended up here. Like, you wanted to go on this trip. by yourself, as she does.
as usual.
Yeah.
And then we
tagged along.
Berries glommed on.
Yeah.
Erin had been wanting to go, and we were talking about it, how it's on our pass, and then she had to go to Amsterdam to finish working with a client.
Yeah.
So she's not here.
Yeah.
Missed.
Yeah.
But looking at our surroundings at the moment, we were absolutely insane to think that we could have fit 4 girls, all of our shit,
Yeah.
3 board bags, Becky's trunk,
Okay,
and 4
well,
personalities.
I'm going straight from Japan into my tour dates.
She's got her wigs. She's
My
got her
wigs
costumes.
are my wigs. I basically strapped to my body for the flight.
Yeah.
because they're, we were so worried about customs because Miriam sent this little screenshot that said like, be careful. There's things that are illegal in Japan that are very legal in the U.S. like
yeah.
prescription drug, antidepressants. Psychotropics, tropics. So I'm thinking like, I normally travel with a pharmacy. I've got my things.
Yeah.
with your plethora of pills.
I'm thinking like, okay, well if I can't bring, so I like, I only brought a couple Xanax.
Yeah.
But the rest of the stuff, you take it every day. It's in your blood. I'm on Prozac. And I'm thinking like, okay, if I can't bring that, like that would be crazy. If you get into town, they're like, I don't know. I basically would be going into my first tour date like, help me.
Well, no, and it said too, the thing that I read was like, you could be arrested for having prescription drugs.
Not the
that
case
aren't legal here
at all, guys. So
they basically laid out a red carpet for us to come into the country. There was no
I wouldn't say
serious
that.
checks.
I would not say that. I mean, the COVID protocols were goddamn manic.
I wouldn't suggest.
I'm not going to suggest it, but
For others, if you're interested in traveling, I don't think Japanese. If you're interested in coming to Japan, I don't think Japanese prison is a place you want to go.
no, but like if you have gummy mushrooms,
I mean, it would probably evoke a couple wowzers from behind the bars.
yeah.
We should cut that.
No, I would say wowzers. And I'm not condoning bringing anything in here that's illegal. It's
No,
just,
yeah, exactly. We were worried, and then it was a lot less stringent than we expected.
yeah. I thought they were going to be like counting.
I wasn't worried. I didn't have anything.
Well, okay, fair. I also wasn't worried. We were worried.
Must be nice.
We were worried for Becky.
Well, my bags also just in general, like I pack and I pack and I pack and I pack and I rarely unpack. Like it's so there'll be a lot of like Zin canisters that have some sort of like either like an indica like gummy or something, like a nighttime sleepy CBD THC edible will just be like floating around or like melted to the bottom of one of my bags. And I was thinking like they're gonna go through with gloves and like test all this and open my butt cheeks and go, now what's in there?
But they wouldn't find were hemorrhoids.
They wouldn't get past the hemorrhoid pillows. But no, it was okay. They didn't like sift through and be like, what are these 3 wigs?
Yeah.
So it was totally fine. The flight was organized by societal class.
Socioeconomic rankings of us.
Socioeconomic ranking.
Yeah, Becky was in the front. I was in the middle. And was back of the bus.
No, I was back of the bus. I was Comfort Plus, and I gotta say, was I maybe the most comfortable?
You were absolutely. You had the clutch seat, and you had paid half the amount I did, and I was not nearly as comfortable.
I didn't have the clutch seat. I had a row of 5
Wow.
to myself. I had a full park bench. Yeah. I had 4
Yeah.
monitors. I had 2 separate monitors going, one with our flight tracker and one with my movie.
Yeah.
She also, when I went back to visit her, she was like, I laid down and I stretched my toes as far as I could to see if I had the room.
I can't be twinkle toes out in the way of the cart.
Yeah.
Or knock my head on that cart. They're not looking. When they come through backwards.
Dude, you don't want a toe winding up
Gone.
looking like my pinky.
But I did sneak up to Miriam's section and just help myself in the galley. I'm familiar with the galley.
The second you said that, I was like, because I've learned a lot on this trip about like my food complex. Mm-hmm. Like I want it now,
Yep.
and I want appetizers, and
One of everything, please. And also, where's the chicken?
and just being able to, I don't know, like grab whatever you want whenever you want, instead of like it comes around at this time, then everyone's kind of expected to sleep, and then you do this, and then it's like a meal right after you take off, and then a meal like right before you land. But then when you said I went and got a sandwich, I was like, game on. and I rolled up in my socks and I was like, "Do you guys have any snacks?" And she was like, "You can have some cup of noodle and some chips." And I was like, "Angela got a fucking sandwich." And then she came around with sandwiches later, and I scarfed that shit.
Well, we all had Wi-Fi, so we were texting each other from
Yeah.
our, respective economics.
Economic zones.
Economic, socio-economic,
Yeah.
from where we belong in society.
This
Thank God
was
for Wi-Fi.
this was my first time experiencing Delta One, and it was crazy. I mean, there were a lot of things that was like, all right, this is like for the price. I think it would make sense sometimes, but like, or if you're used to it, you'd be like, I can't live without it. But like when you check in at the airport just to like get your boarding pass, there's like walls up around it, and there's like champagne and like basically a server just for when you're checking in and getting ticketed, which felt crazy. I was like, I don't need anything. But there would be probably days, there have been days rolling up to the airport when I would have loved that.
I do get to travel business for work.
Yeah.
But then on my own dime, I have other things I'd rather spend my money on.
Yeah.
Totally. And when you're used to, like, I'm a very comfortable flyer. Like, I can fall asleep before we take off, and I will be conked out for hours without needing anything.
Yeah.
But I do, like, on these long flights, that's when I'll fork over the dough, because I'm just like, ugh, like, the last thing you want is to be just like crammed next to somebody that's spilling over the armrest, and I don't know.
Yeah, once you've had a taste, it's tough to. I was also just like, I booked it out of being like, I'm very anxious for my upcoming tour dates, and like having I had a month to like prep for new stuff, and then had a show right before we left for Japan, and I was like, I need this to like make sure everything's safe and it's okay. I don't know. It was kind of out of fear, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Let the record show that if you are in the middle seat, for those of us that are flying back the bus, middle of the bus,
Comfort Plus.
if you are in the middle seat, you get both armrests.
Okay.
I 100% agree with that. If you're in the middle, that's the only perk that you have.
Get both armrests.
Yeah, you claim that shit. You do not. If someone on the window or the aisle is trying to take it,
Absolutely not.
no.
I was unaware of this.
Because you don't fly back there.
I do all the time. This isn't all the time. I'm flying out to Des Moines in the middle seat. I flew Spirit like a month ago. I fucking flew Spirit a month ago. This
Spirit's
is not
the
like
worst.
I save my money for better things. So do I. All right. I wanted to splurge on this fucking trip. Don't make me fucking feel bad about it. Okay.
Or not. It was funny.
Okay. Fine.
Okay, fine.
God.
Just save the armrest for the middle people, okay?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Have some respect.
Have some goddamn
Some
respect.
respect on my name. But we get off the plane, and first impressions I think the first thing I said was, is it smoggy here like LA? But it was just cloudy. It was a very
just a cloudy
beautiful
day.
sunny day yesterday.
Yeah, the weather's been great. It's cold here. It's winter here.
Yeah, it's about 40,
Yeah, but
30,
it was
40, 50.
I think we were expecting it to be really cold that first day, and we walked outside after like lugging all of the bags through the airport, and it was just like felt like LA.
LA.
Japan has just reopened, so the COVID protocols were very intense. Just like with codes and making sure everything is like dialed and that you are indeed vaccinated or have had a negative test. And then we walked a very, very long, when you get off the plane, you got all your jackets and you're going to be sweating. And by the time you check into what we would find was a hot dog haven, let's talk about our accommodations.
Let's do it.
Okay, so I think
Okay. Let me
responsible for this. We are
Let
sitting
me
inside of a gold cage.
Let me make this clear. I like hotels. However, I prefer a boutique hotel.
Yes.
The Marriott's and whatever are fine, but like I like smaller 10 rooms or less. I feel like it's just like a more intimate, fun experience. So I had voiced that
Yeah.
to this team.
It's more DIY.
It's more DIY. And this place we found, we were all looking together, and we were also limited. A lot of the places in Japan are really small, and we had at the time we were booking 4 people.
And we're big girls.
And we're big girls. We take up a lot of room with all of our things and our personalities. So we wanted to have enough space And we found this room, and it has a cage, but every room in this place that we're staying was designed by a different artist. So this artist chose prison as the theme
and marketed as Zen Garden.
Yeah.
And there's a thing on the wall that has devil ears, devil horns,
and there's a shrine that should absolutely be a full-length mirror.
Full-length mirror. We got to take pictures of routes and be like, is this fucking good? I don't know.
Well, first thing we did was kind of like claim your corner. There's, not a lot of surface space. So I, picked up a piece of what I thought was a scrap of something, and Miriam scolded me, and she said, "That's the art."
I mean, you shouldn't be just moving the art around.
I'll put it back. It's
not like she's
fine.
moving the Mona Lisa and an alarm's gonna go off. If anything, if anything, there'll be a little ruckus on the hot dog skewer.
No one would know, and I would have somewhere to put my underwear.
Yeah. Well, also, what are you gonna line up your 30-pound bag on a glass bottom plinth?
Thick glass.
Thick glass. I don't know. I don't trust it.
Yeah, I mean, we what did you say? We shouldn't be tap dancing around on that.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
exactly.
be tap dancing around on that.
I think some of your listeners might resonate with Cobra Dogs.
Oh yeah,
and there's basically Cobra Dogs in the lobby.
Yeah,
and the boys that work downstairs are very similar to what would be Cobra Dogs employees then or now, as they have
Mount
I
Hood.
believe returned to life.
Yeah. It smells of hot dogs, which reminds me of working the snack shack at Wendell's ski camp. When I had to clean that thing and it was the hot dog grease. Tough days.
Wait,
Need
sorry.
a lot of Skittles to get by.
Do we need to introduce Angela?
Yeah, we can introduce
We said her name, but no one knows.
the Angela Swain is with us, who Miriam has known for how many years?
10 plus.
10, over 10 years.
10 plus. Ange and I used to live together. We both had, it was crazy. We would lightly cross paths, but not really.
Yeah.
We're both probably the best snowboarders of all time.
No. That is not true at all. But I'm very surprised that our paths didn't cross in Oregon, as we're all Oregon gals.
Mm-hmm.
But I always knew of you, but I didn't know you. I remember, I don't even know, like, how did we even access clips back in the day? But I remember, like...
Clips like videos?
Yeah. Like, I remember... Like when I was at Wendell's and you were like at High Cascade and that was my livelihood and that was where I worked and they paid me, I think, $12 an hour. I lived at the Ark in that abandoned motel with raccoons in the walls.
Yikes.
So it was a different story for me, but I remember somehow seeing a clip of you doing a backflip and hitting your head.
Yeah.
And did you not land it?
Do you think I landed it?
I don't know, but I was like, wow, she seems awesome. Because like it's like so cute and like so funny. And then I saw that clip and I was like, I really think we need to be friends. It wouldn't happen until, probably 8 years later.
2020?
Yeah.
Or a little bit before that, on Miriam's birthday, but...
In a different state, in a different life. But we eventually got there and I was like... I've admired you for a long time.
And I had been like, I want to live with you. I remember moving to LA, like when roommates shifted around, I was like, for some reason, like oddly always thought like we should be living together. Like,
yeah.
In a weird, I just remember thinking like, we like the same shit. We probably know a lot of the same people.
Right. We're
That
both like a
backflip
little
day.
bit too old for roommates.
Yeah.
But a little bit unhinged enough that it's perfectly fine. Like there's a little bit of that like, college energy, frat energy where we could cohabitate in a way that's like you do you, I'll do me. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
I have surpassed the age of where roommates sounds like fun.
Yeah.
But we found the perfect spot and we had a good run.
It was the best place for that period of like pandemic.
Yeah.
Living together
It was
by
a
the
saving
beach.
grace. It saved me for
Like
sure.
doing abs on the floor with a glass of Savi beer and being like, yeah, this works.
It was fun.
Doing TikTok dances and just, I don't know, trying to crack eggs with our butts. That was Angela. We talked about it before. We ran out of shit to do. That's so funny though, that backflip video with those classic, okay guys, last run of the day, which you never say.
Yeah.
And I remember I was wearing a headband, no beanie and goggles. And I did that off a lip and I thought for sure my scalp, because I hit my head right on the lip, and I thought my scalp had like busted open. But it was like, because it hit right on the part, you know, and when it's icy like that, it was icy slush, but I landed on my belly. And it didn't hurt at all.
I loved it. I watched it a lot of times. I don't know how did I see this? Like on
I think I had it on YouTube probably, or
Okay.
like not Facebook.
okay, and it came across my desk.
Classic. Classic shit.
I was like, dang, they're having way more fun over a high cascade.
No.
We got ski
I
kids.
don't know about that. I don't even think that was a high cascade moment. I think that was just like snowboarding with like Sean Wisniewski one day. I don't know. But you went to
Fun.
UofO.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I went to UofO.
Yep.
I've been living in LA for like 4 years.
She has one of the best childhood pictures you've maybe ever seen, with this little bowl cut and this little jean vest.
I had a bowl cut.
Yeah.
That is, my bowl cut precedes me.
Well, Angela and I have had some good adventures snowboarding, so we're actually tomorrow, Ange and I will be heading up to Niseko, and Miriam's onward to Kyoto, where God only knows what's going to happen to her, but we're worried about her.
Finally going to be free. And just sweat the mic. She's nervous, guys. She's real nervous. We love her. Yeah, I normally, as we all have discussed, travel alone, but
Yeah, how's this been for you,
this
Miriam?
first half, it's been so fun. I feel like we've had a great time.
Yeah.
We all voiced our 2 worries yesterday as we were wandering around.
Yeah, I said I'm worried I'm taking up too much space, and what was the second one? That I'm not being helpful enough with directions.
Navigating, yeah. I was worried I was gonna be annoying, and that was what I said was my worry.
Annoying about what?
Just my personality.
Okay, you make a point. Nah.
And then I was also worried that my indecision, because when I'm in a group, when I travel alone, I make all the choices. But when I'm in the group, I'm like, I'll take the back seat. And that can be annoying for people.
It has been a lot of,
I don't care.
Yeah,
not
because
for her.
I really don't care.
I'll be happy with anything.
I'm also coming back to Tokyo by myself so I can do all the things that I didn't do with you guys.
Like,
Like,
you dirty bitch.
I just had to be ready to take care of myself at all times.
Where are you staying when you come back?
I haven't booked anything yet.
Oh God. Okay.
I'm going to figure it out.
Angela has been an amazing tour guide, though.
Well, wait, Angie's worries. Navigating too much.
No, did you voice them?
Yeah.
oh, I don't want to steer the ship too much.
Oh,
But she also loves.
but we
to
need
steer
you
the ship.
to.
I'm so happy to do it. Like,
Yeah.
I put a lot of thought into how we can do everything with the time that we have. And,
Yeah.
It's a huge city. I mean, this place is like about as big as LA.
Yeah.
So it's like you're not going to plan like breakfast downtown and then, lunch on the west side, like, and expect that to happen in the course of 2 hours and then blast off back downtown. And it's, you gotta plan it out a little bit.
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. So
We even looked up what the sizes look like of like an LA overlay of Tokyo,
Tokyo's bigger.
and
Tokyo's
Santa Monica
bigger
is
than
somehow
LA.
not a part of LA. For another time.
No, we absolutely appreciate your navigation.
Yeah.
Your Japanese speaking ass. Like everything has been so perfect. You've manned the ship
Yeah.
very well.
It's been easy. We got the first day, I think we started to reach a point where we were like, are we getting a little hangry? We're getting a little hangry.
We were too hungry. Yeah.
Yeah, we checked in, we ventured out into the streets, and we were like, okay, we're hungry, but let's go see some sights. So we went down, what was that street?
Hoppy Street.
Oh, we went down Hoppy Street.
We're staying in Akihabara
Yeah.
in the cage. And yeah, we went to Hoppy Street, which is like all these little restaurants. And first we wanted to go to one of Angie's favorite sushi places, but it was closed.
The conveyor belt.
it's amazing. The beer and the sushi just shoots out to you. They have BB guns and ring toss.
What?
We got it. We should go today.
So
maybe.
how does it shoot out at you?
It's not like a conveyor belt that's like, it just, it comes right to your table. Like,
Wow.
launches?
That's cool.
absolutely launches. Somehow the beer does not slosh over.
That's because that's what I was expecting, that you just get splashed in the face.
And that would be fine.
With
You
like
pay for a beer that they just chuck at you.
it's basically like seeing my stand-up show.
we went to the Sensoji temple, which was really cute because it's like it's fun to do first. Like,
Yeah.
To kind of, to see something that's like, wow, like
Massive.
it's old and it's this, big red building, looks very Japanese.
Yeah.
It was cute. And you did your TikToks that you like.
And it was and it was fun to be like have our first minutes in Tokyo be at nighttime, I thought. It was kind of nice to like see how bustling it was, see the lights, like all the lanterns everywhere. I mean, it's so beautiful and lively and wowzers, you know?
Wowzers. A lot of wowzers. We had some dinner. We had like edamame. We had some hot garlicky cabbage, some highballs, and some pork dumplings.
That cabbage was the best cabbage I've ever eaten.
The dinner table seating is minuscule. And it makes me want, it's tiny. You kind of almost feel like you're in a kindergarten classroom.
Yeah, they have you sitting on little stools. Similar to Thailand's the same way. But it's like for someone like me, I feel like I need one stool per cheek,
For sure.
Really could use the extra square footage under there.
Do you find that your ass cheeks are hanging off the sides?
Absolutely.
Or do the jeans keep them afloat?
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some saggage. I hope no one has documented it, but I'm pretty sure there would be. Yeah.
But by the end of the day, the first night that we had gotten here and like gotten some dinner and walked and seen the shrine temple. Oh, we got our fortunes that night.
Oh, yeah. That was cute.
You and I both automatically got best fortune. Miriam got worst fortune.
I got
but she
worst
did it
fortune.
Again. Yeah.
They rank the fortune type.
I have mine right here, actually. So you get
Let's hear
to
it.
you get to do this fun interactive thing.
Although we didn't have cash at that point, so technically we stole it.
Oh,
and I
Angela.
think we are hexed.
Okay, we're gonna have to go back and drop in some coins.
We're gonna drop in some coins.
The best
Don't put that
fortune
juju on us.
Best fortune says, "Don't get along with the lower classes as the upper classes. Both in culture and fighting go well."
It just kind of nicely summarizes our flight over here. You
Yeah,
know?
definitely.
Becky's like, "Give me a pod," and
Yeah.
she never. Also, Ange and I were mingling. I was going back there, chatting it up. We were texting Becky like, "Come hang out with us."
I didn't get any of those. You did?
Didn't we?
You guys mingled throughout the flight?
Yeah, we were like, "Come sit."
I asked you to tell me if you guys were hanging out.
Okay.
Long. She came by long enough. She came by long enough. We played Wordle.
We played one round. Oh, yeah. I was pretty sure I kept saying there's an open seat next to me. Come hang out. And you just wanted to be in your little pod.
Every time I locked my phone, that's not fucking true, Miriam. Every time
You
I
like
locked
it up there. You like being a classist bitch.
fine. Maybe once in a blue moon, I like being classy when I'm not flying Spirit to Poughkeepsie
I know. No, you deserve it.
to tap dance for quarters. So fucking sue me, you bitch.
We could play Wordle on the flight back.
Every time I locked my phone, the SMS texting would go off, and I would have to like reestablish.
Actually, I
So
think that was happening with mine too.
I watched The Women, I watched Legally Blonde, and almost Blue Crush, but we didn't get to it.
Almost.
Okay, wait, let me just finish my fortune.
Yeah, sorry.
Happiness will come to you just like cutting rice plants with a cutter. If you have right mind and keep virtue as a man, spot on, you will be able to get best fortune. Your wishes will be realized. A sick person will recover. Taking good care is important. The lost article will be found. Hopefully some zins. The person you're waiting for will come. Building a new house, removal, employment, all good. They come and they go. When you make a trip, be careful. Marriage is very good. Marriage is very good.
Is that the end of it?
That's the last thing.
Wow. Hear that, Erin?
I think every single one said marriage is good at the end. Like, what are you trying to tell us?
Mine didn't. Mine said like something like marriage and
Are not for you.
Yeah, exactly. Good fucking luck, bitch.
Destined to be single.
No, it was like they are okay and have some trouble or something like that. It was like a very average.
It's like a horoscope, you're like, this could really work for me, or you could like talk shit about it.
Mine was something like ride horseback naked and like wave at your enemies.
And you said yesterday you think you're either a horse girl or a fish girl, and you think you're a fish girl.
I think I was overly excited at the goldfish art exhibit that we went to. I was mesmerized by these goldfish.
Yeah.
In a way that I was like, oh, I think this is how girls feel about horses.
Yeah.
I might be a goldfish girl.
I don't think I'm either.
Your hair gives horse girl.
Hair gives horse girl one day, and it gives lion the next day, and it gives kindergarten teacher the day after that.
Hair gives horse girl. Wardrobe gives fish girl.
Fisherman girl.
Fisherman girl.
Architecture.
You know,
But by the end of that first day, I've realized, I think when I reach a point of utter delirium, a lot of wowzers comes out. And we had been awake for about 26 hours.
yeah. And when we got back to the cage, I don't even know what we were laughing about. I just feel like we were
Something.
just
Well,
like
we were
losing it.
farting heavily from the cabbage.
The cab, that was quick.
Yeah.
That
Cabbage
happened fast.
for sure. Yeah.
Audible.
I think that the second or our first full day was the best.
Oh, we've had.
That
we've
was a very
also-
special day. And we got a text. I got a text from my buddy Dashiell Driscoll that morning talking about morning sashimi.
Yeah, the fish market. We went to the Tsukiji
Tsukiji fish market for sashimi and a beer breakfast.
It was
9:30.
9:30. It was delicious. I could eat raw fish for breakfast every damn day.
It was melt in your motherfucking mouth.
and that miso. They
The
gave
miso
us some
soup.
miso soup, which now I don't know if I can think of the same, but we'll get there.
I loved it.
What do you mean? Oh, after the yeah.
Yeah.
We like I said, I saw cucumber stuffed with kimchi. So I got that first.
Also, such a bizarre. We had already walked by that stand, Ange and I, and then you ran up behind us, and you're like, "I'm gonna get the kimchi stuffed cucumber." And Ange and I are looking at each other like, "Interesting choice." Very early. For
What is that, like a dessert?
It just seemed so like spicy and savory for it to be the first thing you consume that day.
It's like everything I would want in the morning.
I mean, now we know. It was a like Ange and I looked at each other like, huh, okay. But
I thought it was a good little appetizer.
exactly.
I needed an
Yeah.
appetizer.
You couldn't just go into the meal.
No.
We had to have a little pre nosh.
Yeah, so we went back and forth. Like, do we get some skewers? Which one do we go to? There was so much fish. There were the most giant crabs I've ever seen.
I love markets like that.
Uni.
We've also like that at that fish market. It is like a tourist spot. A lot of people go there, but I would say like most of the places we've been going, like either the time that we're there or because we've been going in the middle of the week. Like I don't know what, but we're like very much in the thick of like the locals, which feels kind of nice.
So much so that people come up to us after every meal and go, "How'd you hear about this?"
Yeah, right. Like,
Truly everywhere.
How'd you guys get here? Because it's hard to find stuff and intimidating too, to like walk in and be like, I'm kind of sure I know where I am. Like, I think I know what I'm looking for. And I'd say like, is this right? Is this where I am?
Yeah.
Because I mean, even like where we ate last night, it's like there's an amazing, there's floors of restaurants, but it's above like basically like a Dollar Tree.
Totally.
Yeah.
You would have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been fun. The fish market. Well, yeah. Then we were after the cucumber kimchi. We were wandering around trying to find.
Could not make up our minds. We're like, does that sound good to you? Yeah. Does that
You want
sound
meat? You want fish?
For a second, it was like, guys, we got to make a decision.
Yeah. And then
And we found a place with like the proper worst fluorescent lighting, and we were like, that's it.
Yeah,
That's the one
spot.
that's gonna be good.
How small are the stools? Extra small? We'll take it.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, and honestly, they brought out some miso soup, which was delish. Some green tea. We ordered beers to just kick the day off right, and gobbled down these little sashimi rice bowls so fast.
Yeah.
And we were like very well set up to venture on over to TeamLab.
Yeah.
Right? That's what we did after that.
Which had some of it looked like a very long, daunting line at first, but it moved very quick.
Yeah.
Some hilarious outfits up in there. And it was in TeamLab. If you come to Japan, you have to go. I'm sure you'll already know that in coming here, but it was an immersive art exhibition.
Yeah.
Exhibition.
It's really cool. It's meant to be experienced from all senses. You walk through mostly barefoot. There's like light installations and textures, and I don't know. It's just like not your average museum experience, but pretty fun. I don't know. It was really cool to see. Becky was I mean, the number of wowzers coming out of that one.
Well, I was just dancing. It was so cool.
It was really cool. The lights were really fun. We all know how much you love lights.
Well, I mean, really, Miriam? When we get to the hotel, Miriam's like, there's supposed to be LED lights. And she's flipping on switches for a fucking hour, and it's just one LED structure above the bed.
This one right
But
here.
I swore it had LEDs.
I thought I read a few reviews that were like, you can control the temperature and the color of the lights, and I was really excited because Becky loves lights. So I was like, it
was for me?
Yeah, because we were like, we're gonna shove her in a cage, but she's got lights to play with, so maybe it'll be okay.
It's been fine.
We weren't, but you can't control it. It just, it's
Yeah.
this.
It's awesome.
What if this says something that we don't know and we just have it as our backdrop right now?
It might, but it
just says silent orgasm.
It's right behind your head.
I would call TeamLab, not to use an uncomfortable word, but I would call it euphoric.
Why is that uncomfortable?
Why is that uncomfortable?
It sounds
Sexual?
yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Oh.
Puss was tingling.
Oh my god! Until we got in the murky waters, and
The murky water was my favorite. I wanted to
know.
fully submerge underneath that.
Until we saw
Okay, yeah, we
the-
saw
the
a Band-Aid.
Band-Aid.
But it was
a rogue Band-Aid.
But
just
they had these-
wafting through.
yeah.
It was pretty nasty.
You started off by walking up this ramp that has water shooting down, and you're barefoot.
Yeah.
Any time, I don't know. Everywhere you go, the taking off your shoes, you're just like, you feel way more comfortable. You're just, I don't know, having your feet on the ground in some of these places. It's just, dare I say, grounding.
I was gonna use that exact term.
Or it's just like this is going to be a very cool, different experience because I feel like
Yeah.
you don't get that in America. It's like, keep your fucking shoes on. That's just dirty. There's probably needles.
Yeah. No,
And then we track that shit into our homes and our friends' homes. Everyone take off your shoes.
take off your shoes.
Take your
truly.
shoes off.
Oh, black feet over here. My home, since you have moved out, has become a shoe-free zone.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, watch out, Rick Glassman. You're gonna have to sanitize every surface.
Well, listen, when you got a puppy and you're in and out and you're in and out and you're picking up shit.
You got the puppy.
did
all
not
right.
have the puppy in 28.
Yeah. Well, it felt like a very industrious house for me in the time that I lived there. I'm sorry. I'm a filthy animal.
Say my home address.
What? Did she?
We can bleep it. We can bleep it.
Oh.
That's
Well,
fine.
TeamLab, and then so we went into one that was it was like, I don't even know, hundreds of thousands of LED lights hanging, and they used a lot of mirrors on the roof and on the ceiling and on the floor, which just makes everything look like it's
Bigger
8 times
and
as large.
expansive. Yeah,
Expansive,
the best
yeah.
part too was in every room that we like saw their installation, except for maybe like one or two. You were like, we could do this in a house, right? We could do this in a house. We could
Everyone, I was like,
recreate
this could be my home, right? Yeah, I should do this at home. I can do this dome with this constant light fixture.
She just really wants. This is what I'm saying. I know you love lights. We got to get you.
I like lights, but I think living with Aaron has also made me realize, and seeing your place now since I've moved out, has made me realize like I do require a little bit of Zen garden, not
Yeah.
in the format of a cage, but like my bedroom in my place now is very fucking Zen.
Yeah.
This is too much though. I get trapped in there and I'm like, I can't leave.
Yeah,
It's nice. It looks like a Restoration Hardware in there.
It does.
Thank you.
very well curated.
I try not to take my black feet in there. You
No black feet on the bed.
No, I'm just kidding. But the lights, we walking into the murky water. I wonder what it would have been like to have a toddler. So if you do bring kids, like the water gets almost knee deep for an adult.
Yeah, they're just up to their waist,
Yeah, the kids are just like, fuck.
bobbing around. Give them a
And
life vest.
You can rent shorts there, but then they make you wear a giant necklace that says rental. And so it kind of looks like you're a rental human.
It does. Yeah.
Um,
No, but I mean, aside from the Band-Aid and the murky water, like everything has been so clean, so orderly. People are so polite.
yeah.
I mean, we were all talking about like what city feels like you feel at home in, and I think we all feel like connected to this place, but especially Angela.
Yeah.
Talk on that.
No, well, just like somewhere, I just feel like
You prompted the
Tokyo,
question.
Japan. Well, like somewhere you could come back to like a bunch of times and not, where you're like, oh, I did it. I don't really need to do that again. I feel that way about a lot of places.
You were
But-
kind of like, where's the place where it's like, sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name.
That's
and
you. I
and
didn't do that.
I feel very grateful that you said mine was Aspen.
Yeah, yours is Aspen.
Yeah.
Aspen, she's going to be there on
February 23rd.
February 23rd.
Opening
Get
up for
your
Pete Lee
tickies.
at the Wheeler Upper House. Part of the Aspen Laugh Fest. It's going to be
Ew.
fun. Okay, so after TeamLab, we're feeling good, but we're getting a little bit hungry. So we saddle up on a bench and we land on ramen. And not just any ramen.
Bro.
Angela randomly stumbles across a place called
Kikanbo. Kikanbo.
Kikanbo.
Holy
Kikanbo.
shit. The best ramen that has ever entered my body. Mm-hmm. It was
Jizzworthy.
so good. And you order from a vending machine outside first, and then
Yeah.
you stand in line, and it's all counter seating. And as people come out, you go in. They already have your order.
So Miriam accidentally, I think Angela, you ordered 1st. You did it 1st, and went okay, but you were worried you forgot all the toppings, but it came with all of it, so it was fine. And then Miriam goes and
I went.
selects extra spice.
Well, I was like, I want to make a spice selection, and there were 2 buttons for spices. So I thought, like, if you hit it, like, one is like mild. If you hit it twice, it's like spice. I thought there was a way to like gauge the spice level using the buttons. That
There was not.
incorrect. And apparently, I ordered an increased number of demons.
Her ticket came out and said spice level demon.
Well, you put it up to the Google Translate camera.
Oh, and it said demon?
Demon increase.
Demon increase.
And yeah, the guy, after you order, the guy comes out and then he's like, and I paid extra for it.
Yeah.
Which I didn't realize.
He paid you back?
I know. And then
Well,
he
he
came
goes,
out.
your face is it's pouring, like it's gonna be.
It's like very spicy. Very spicy.
we
And
were-
I'm like,
we were like,
okay, medium. And then
Miriam,
he's like, we'll
yeah.
cancel it. We'll
Yeah.
cancel the extra demons.
I said, Miriam, if you eat this, the next time your ass hits a bidet, it's gonna steam
Exactly.
like a hot rock. It's gonna go.
Yeah.
So she got it correctly. We eventually like pile in, and there's this really like boom, 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 extremely loud drums.
War music.
War music, yeah.
War music as you're just slurping down this ramen.
Do you think it's that loud to mask the slurps?
Slurps are a good thing.
I think it's
Okay.
that, I think it was just like there were those, I forgot, what are the name of those demons?
Don't remember.
Okay, well there's like there was
What are the
masks
name of those
everywhere.
demons?
The spices, the Szechuan demons. No, there were just like masks everywhere. I think the theme was like this warrior theme place, but instead of like mood ambient music in a restaurant that we're all accustomed to hearing, it was just like bum 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 bum, like it just like makes you want to eat faster and
We
more
really,
intensely.
yeah, we weren't talking.
No, well, yeah, and then we had little dividers in between us all because it's bar seating, so they don't want everyone slurping and coughing on other people's stuff.
And luckily gave you bibs.
I wore an all white outfit on
Yeah.
a day where we were slurping hot ramen, and I was about to get my period, so I was just asking.
You went full Jesus Christ
asking for
superstar.
it. And guess what, guys? We made a bet that I wouldn't spill on my white outfit, and I did not.
Yeah.
Not once. Not one drop.
I could have never accomplished that in a
Yeah.
million years.
What was astounding though, like that the ramen portions were not only was it so delicious, but it was so much
So big.
food that like, and I can never finish a bowl of ramen because I just feel like my belly's just like, we're tapped out. But the guy, none of us finished. The guy sitting next to Becky had ordered double pork plus rice on the side. And I think we determined that if you have the Red Bull, you got the demon spice.
Yeah, he
So
was
he
going hard.
Red Bull and was just champion, like eating competition style.
Yeah.
I
felt
can't
very
imagine.
self-conscious about how fast we were eating because there's a long line outside, and it's like once the seat's up, you know, and then
you don't
someone
wanna-
else fills in, and the person next to me, like 2 guys made it through their meal as I was eating, but then there was a girl sitting on the other side of them that was eating at about our pace, so I felt like it was okay.
yeah. And we're white. We stand out. They know we don't know the rules.
Yeah.
That's fine. But we did. That was another place where we walked out, and Ange and I walked out first, and then there were some guy. The line was like around the block, and one of the guys came over and asked us how we found out about it, and Angela goes, "The internet."
Well, we walked across the street to promptly unbutton our pants.
I mean, walking out of that
And I
place
thought he
was
coming over to like hit on us or something, and I was like, not now.
Not
And
now,
I was
buddy.
like,
Yes, please.
not in the state with this denim and my sweat. No.
yeah, we quite literally fart blasted our way all the way home, propelled by gas and burps. I think I was like,
We ordered beers with the ramen too, and it was just like too much liquid. What were we thinking?
far too much.
Just the bubbles, and yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah,
But
we
we
walked through
made
the
it.
arcade after that.
Played some claw games. The claw
Didn't win a damn thing.
No, not designed to win.
And then after we were filled with ramen, we decided it was time for onsen. This was an experience for me. Okay, this was tough for me. I had like a very I don't know.
For those of you who don't know, an onsen is a traditional Japanese bath house.
Yeah.
And it typically they're separated genders. So you go into a room of all women and you immediately strip down. For those of you in LA who have ever done like a Korean spa, it's similar to that.
Everyone else doesn't exist.
And well, no, I mean, a lot of cultures have bath traditions, but there's a procession almost. Like you got to do some serious scrubbing. You get naked, you do some scrubbing, and then you go in these different baths that are different temperatures.
And it's very quiet. And I would have loved to have like a kind of a breakdown or a rule book.
I explained it all.
No. No, you guys just knew that like there's little squatty potties that you pull out and there's a tub that you pull out, and then there were a couple things that look like a shower, but then everyone else for the most part had their carts with their shampoo and their washing stuff. So you're basically supposed to sit with your belly facing the mirror, sit on your ass in a squatted position and wash every crevasse.
Yeah, with a
And just
scrubby towel.
look
So
at
you're just
yourself.
exfoliating.
And exfoliate. Like, I didn't know how much we were supposed to exfoliate. I didn't know that people's carts of shampoo like was that communal. And then I got that answer eventually from you guys that there were a couple communal tubs, but then individuals would leave their tubs there.
Yep.
I just felt very scared because I didn't want to fuck up, and then it also felt like you had to be so quiet, so I was scared to I didn't really actually know if we could speak.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty funny. So Ange and I just squatted down right next to each other, just fully naked, start scrubbing down.
Yeah.
And then you went into the standing stall, which
And I just
no one
kept-
else was doing.
Yeah.
And then you poke your head
I kept
around the
popping my
corner,
head
and you're
out.
like, oh, what are we supposed to be doing right now? Like, fucking bathe yourself. I don't like, watch us. We're just scrubbing away.
I didn't know if it was like, before you get into a hot tub, like do a quick rinse before you get into the pool.
Definitely.
It was like
Definitely not.
scrub yourself of every little ounce.
Oh yeah. Like, and we did a good job of scrubbing. But it's like 20 minutes is probably like the acceptable time.
That should have that exact statement wasn't relayed. So
I mean, we didn't. Like, I'm not. I can't.
We did. No, we did like 10.
It's more, it's more like because there were no foreigners there.
yeah.
And it's mostly a respect thing. I mean, obviously, you want to be like clean if you're going to go, share butt water with a bunch of people. But it's a respect thing where they're like looking at you. They're like, do you know what you're doing here?
Yeah.
Like don't taint my water with your nasty ass.
Nasty. Well, every
so it's
time
more of just like I'm doing this for as long as you're doing this.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Every time I popped my head out to look at you guys, there was one person sitting in a faraway tub that would also lock eyes with me. And I felt like,
We're being watched.
well, that added a little extra pressure to
Yeah.
do the right thing.
But honestly, like there's something, at least for me, I love that feeling. It's sort of adrenaline. It's a lot, like it's definitely fear. But it makes me feel alive when I'm the underdog, when I'm the one who's out of place. Because I feel like so much of the time where we live, like, and we're, it's like starting a new job. There's like an excitement to it or whatever, but it's like most of our lives are like the same thing over and over and over and over again. And
Yeah.
when you go somewhere new and you don't speak the language, but you're like observing a culture that's like so foreign to us, it's like, this is awesome. I don't know. It's just so, it makes me feel good to like not feel like I know everything,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, you learn to scrub for 20 minutes.
And I'm the asshole that's like, well, the easy way to do this seems like standing in the shower, not sitting.
I mean, they wouldn't, if you weren't allowed to stand in the showers, they wouldn't have standing showers. I think
yeah.
it's just the traditional way to do it is squat on one of those little stepping stools.
I also had yet to have a bowel movement at this point, and so I felt very uncomfortable being naked. That was another thing I realized, like, I do not feel comfortable naked right now. I haven't spent a lot of time naked recently, and I haven't like really stood there and looked at myself in the mirror naked, and it was kind of like, damn.
Yeah.
All right.
I remember that feeling. We talked about when I went to the Korean spa a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like, and now I'm so used to that. But
Yeah.
I remember that the first time I did it, where I was like, I am so like, I'm not a naked person normally, but it's like freeing. I don't know.
Totally.
Like,
Yeah.
I felt like at one point we were chatting in there, and you were like proud that you like got past the hump.
Yeah.
Like, it was scary initially, and then you just sort of like accepted it.
Yeah. You knock the dust off, and then it is still somebody when you're walking, and then you feel your thighs touching, and you're like, what does my butt look like? What do my tits look like?
Well, not that I was eyeballing you in the tub, but I did get a very clear shot of your butt, and there was a thought that came to my mind. I thought, wow, Bex has a really cute butt.
I thought the same thing. Yeah.
Really cute butt.
You do.
Very cute.
You guys.
Yeah.
And like clear as a baby's butt.
So, no butt
Like
pimps.
not a blemish on it.
Yeah, no butt pimps. Not an ounce of cellulite.
Because I'm blushing.
No. It's tiny.
She's got one of the best butts in the biz, baby. And
Oh
this
my
is,
God.
And you're worried.
That's
You-
really. Why didn't you tell me that the day off when I was panicking?
I said I want to be like, hey, I'm staring at this.
Yeah.
But I mean, it breezed by my line of vision. I was like, that's cute.
I was staring at everyone. I was staring. I couldn't help it. I was like,
the
I need to
fun
see
part.
what everyone's working with.
And we're all staring at each other.
Yeah.
As long as we're staring without judgment,
Oh yeah, of course.
you know? Although some of the pubes in there were
Iconic.
very,
made me
long.
feel upset that I weed whacked before this journey. I was kind of like, I wish I would have kept the coverage of the bush.
Regret lasering.
Yeah, dude, it was.
Full disclosure, I do not.
There was, yeah, it was fun. It was fun to watch.
It got hot at one point. Can I talk about my?
Yes, of course.
Well, I got a little overheated at one point. Honestly, we were sitting in one of them together, and I think I had just told you, like, I don't feel that comfortable being naked because I've like gained so much weight. I've gained so much weight, and you were like, yeah, well, it happened so fast, and I was like,
Oh, it was my fault.
no. But just when you said that, I was like, oh God, is it a lot worse than I think it is?
Oh no,
It's okay.
Becky.
It's okay. That wasn't what started it though. And then I got in a really hot one, and I just got this like wave of like anxiety about like upcoming tour dates and stuff. And I had a little cry. I had a little cry and a little panic, and was like, oh fuck. Like, I just keep asking, like, am I okay? Is everything okay? Am I doing the wrong thing? Like, I just felt, I don't know. It was just a culmination of everything. Just like feeling like I'm doing the wrong thing, or I'm going to get in trouble, or like a kid again, you know, or like, I don't know the tools and the rules of this place. And then thinking about the future. And then after that, I don't know, it passed. And I realized, like, okay, we're here right now. I'm with people that I love. We're safe. Like, we have, there maybe like food will be present. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we have a roof over our head, and like, it's going to be all right. And
comfortable
just
cage.
enjoy this right now and like feel it.
Yeah.
And, yeah. And so
I'm so sorry I triggered it.
you didn't trigger it. It was factual.
I think this is something that I should probably be better about. I think when people say anything like insecurities to me, I'm the type of person that it would make me upset if like, for example, if I'm like, I I feel super fat or whatever, whatever, you know, which is often, if someone's like, oh my God, no, you're perfect. It's like, obviously that's not true. So that makes me madder than just being real, which is like, yeah, you could fucking lose 10 pounds, you know? Do it.
Yeah.
And so I think I was just like trying to not, I don't want to be like, you're in the best shape of your life. No, it's like, that's crazy. But also like, dude, I get it. Like I feel for you in having this, like, what happened? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that does, like, I feel like you're doing a lot of things to acknowledge and improve and like work on yourself.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's doing a disservice to you, and it's, I think, like, not supportive.
I agree.
To like not acknowledge what's your reality.
Yeah. I've been thinking a lot about like body stuff. Like I think back, like you think back to times when it's like you were in the best shape of your life, maybe unhealthy though, or whatever. And it's like
Adderall.
still thinking that you're morbidly obese.
Yeah.
Like I remember
totally.
thinking that like when I was like the tiniest I've ever been, I was like, I thought the worst of myself, the lowest possible self-esteem. And like, I have been feeling like comfortable now. Like I feel happy with Aaron at home. And like we talk about it. It's like, you don't feel the need to be like not eating anything or, you know, whatever. And, but then there's times when I go like, oh shit, like how much track have I lost? Like, or whatever. But then you go back and you go, well, these pants still fit. So that's okay. It's not like, it's not this or that. I mean, pants didn't fit for a really long time and I sized up about eight sizes, but I have this little panic of like, am I Sumo?
You're not, but great segue.
When I spent time in Japan, I gained 25 pounds really fast. Yeah, really.
I remember same when I was in England. Same.
In the span of 10 months, I came back 25 pounds heavier. And I mean, I was like jovial about it. I really didn't mind. But I mean,
no other way to be when you gain some weight
at that pace, and then you kind of check in. And you're like, where the hell did that come from?
Yeah, because you don't notice it when it's happening. You're like, I think I've been doing the same shit I've always been doing. But I mean, obviously not. You're in a new country. But what was I gonna say?
Sumo segue.
No, I was gonna say, where do you gain weight on your body?
Face, in my cute little ass.
Cute little ass.
Okay, so just the good stuff.
Yeah, we all gain weight different.
I get the chubbiest cheeks.
Oh yeah,
and I can see it
relate
in pictures.
to that.
Like I see it in pictures where I'm like, okay, like my body feels fine, but like, oh, it's in my face.
The face don't lie.
Yeah, my face gets big and I grow wide. Like my thighs and my hips go out. I don't grow in the front.
And I grow in the front. Big time. Like I get my dad's stomach. Because it's like, it's one thing when it's the lower hanging fupa or like right above the fupa, but then it's this top bubble right below the tits.
Top bubble?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, bodies are fucking funny though.
I know.
They're all different. It's like we probably weigh the same amount. We're just proportioned differently.
Totally.
It's just wild.
Yeah. I don't feel anywhere near as insecure. Like I think the most insecure I ever felt about my body was like I had quit gymnastics for a couple years and I saw my backside for the first time in a Nordstrom rack mirror that showed your whole backside, and I was like, those are my fucking shoulders? You gotta be kidding me. Because it was like, I looked like Michael Phelps.
I mean, nice.
I mean, I just couldn't believe that, like, I don't know. But then it's like, then you realize to be thankful for the fact that you have strength and like, you know, and it's fine. And bodies are funny and, you know, like get us from A to B.
A dressing room mirror is unforgiving.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. They've in some stores, they've like let you change the temperature of the lighting.
That's nice.
Nice.
Where's that?
I feel like I saw it at a Bloomingdale's a while back. Where I was like,
You get your own ring light.
Interesting. Yeah. I'm like, now I look good in this.
Yeah.
And then there's Aritzia.
Aritzia is exactly what I thought. Yeah. Walk out, babe. Let's see how you look, babe.
I'm not coming out.
Yeah.
No.
I do. And I'm like, this, we can all confirm this is way too small, right?
Yeah, I like walking out because they're so over the top. Like, oh my God, that looks amazing. And I'm like, It's hideous. So
Yeah.
thank you, but
I'm
no.
like, do you girls work on commission? Because you're
yeah, lying.
Yeah, and they definitely do.
Give me a down.
I'm sure.
I think they do. I think they do.
Why any place
Actually,
that
I don't
asks that tells you who they are and asks if anyone was helping you, it's because they get commission.
At Aritzia?
I'm pretty sure.
Tough to remember. I
We're
don't
gonna
know.
do some research.
I did a little research on that. Circle back.
No, but the best. Okay, my favorite part of the bath was at one point we're sitting in the outdoor. So this specific onsen we were at had indoor tubs, and then it had an outdoor tub that had like a little wood screen around it, and then one little window through the screen, and through that you could see the sky tree in Japan, which was just such an epic view. And Ange and I were sitting out there. Bex was probably crying in the tub inside.
I was none the wiser. I'm so sorry. I was just like having the best time, like hot, cold.
You
hot,
seemed
cold. I was like, this
right
is a
at home, dude.
sport. Like I was just happy to be there, and I was like, all right, guys, well, see you later. Heading to the next tub.
We convert. You're the most comfortable naked.
Yeah.
You knew to put the little towel on top of your head.
You don't dunk. You can't dunk it.
Dunk what?
I dunked it the whole time, you guys.
Dunk your rag?
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't even bring mine.
It was clean for me. I didn't want to tell because I don't want to be like dunking it about everything.
Bro.
It's okay.
Really? Because I heard a couple don't do that last night.
Well, that okay.
No, I know. I'm just kidding.
That one you could get away with it. Like
Yeah.
You're
I mean, come on. I was literally
Oh no, Miriam.
I squished it on Angela's back.
Jesus.
let it happen.
Trying to give her a towel bath?
Well, whatever. A lady in the tub outside with the sky tree view, a lady came up to me who's obviously Japanese and attempted to did speak in broken English because obviously we were standing out. But she was so sweet. She said good evening. Yeah. She asked what country we were from. And then when we were packing up to leave, she gave the cutest smile and waved and said, enjoy. And I was just like, oh.
Yeah.
Moments like that are super cute.
Yeah, it's just nice. Again,
It's crazy how much one or two words can just can do so much.
We're all human.
You don't hate me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank God.
It was really sweet. And then we went downstairs and shoveled some ice cream sandwiches.
Yep.
To cool off after the hot baths.
Yeah.
You
Went home. No, I didn't.
Why?
Why do you think?
I know. I know.
I had because I mean before the panic, or maybe it was after the panic. Oh, I don't know. I did the really cold. No, I did the really hot. Went all the way under. And then I did the really cold, and then my heart rate was through the fucking roof.
Did you go all the way under? Like you put your hair under?
Are you not supposed to?
No.
Okay, where was that? Where was that?
I didn't know it needed to be said.
Okay, see they. Her face.
It's just. What do you mean? I didn't know what needed to be said. Everything needs to be said.
Yeah.
But I don't. Those were my two anxieties or insecurities. Like I don't want to be a nag.
Angela. Okay.
I'm
Let's
hiding.
right now.
If there's any place I
from
need
here
you to be
on
a
out.
nag, it's at the goddamn onsen.
You guys know me well enough. How many times have I said I'm not going to give in other areas of life? I'm not going to give you instructions.
Can I ask a question?
I will guide you, and you make your own decisions.
That's completely different. Okay,
Yeah.
guiding us and then letting us make our own decisions would be like, hey, you're not supposed to dunk your rag, and then I continue to dunk it.
Like that, would have been good to.
But I thought not,
Or
not
definitely
that
don't.
bad.
Is there a part of you
submerge
that
your
wanted
head.
us to look like idiots?
No, not at
Liar!
Compared to you.
But I know, it's a delicate situation. I don't want to be telling you what to do when we're all running around naked. You're having an existential crisis. You're having the time of your life. I'm there like it's the Olympics. I can't manage it all.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Well, we did it.
Yeah,
we did
we
it.
did
And
it.
now we know. Also, listeners, we're just finding out about this, and it's been 2 days.
I'm picking and choosing.
I
Yeah.
mean, just let us know. What else have we done that we shouldn't have done?
Not that much.
Like,
You flicked your booger in the elevator.
I told you that in confidence, dude.
You pointed at it.
and you were going to leave it, and we were both like, Becky, no, remove.
Well, And we left the subway.
Well, there's no trash cans anywhere.
I know, but you can't leave stuff on the subway.
She actually
picked
ran
it up.
back.
Pick it up. I know, but I looked
It was
at
an
it.
accident.
I
saw
we
it
both
too,
we
yeah.
both looked at it and it was sitting on the seat.
That was a
and I
fucking
like,
accident, dude.
I-
And I ran back and picked it up.
I know, and I saw that you did, but I looked at it and I didn't say anything.
I
didn't
know.
want to go like Becky and like grab it. Like I don't need to do that. But it hurt me a little bit.
We did tell you to move over on the escalator for escalator etiquette because there's a standing side and a walking side.
Similar to the middle seat gets both armrests. PSA, whoever's listening, stand to one side of an escalator with your bags, with your body.
Well, same for moving walkway.
Stand on one side.
Some people, usually me, need to be
don't
sprinting.
Stand in the middle because some of us need to haul ass through the airport.
Yeah.
No, exactly. Let's get our public etiquette straight. We stand on the side.
I don't have a hard time with etiquette. There's just there's things that I get upset if they're going to take up brain capacity, which I've talked about before, like toilet paper, which way it needs to go. And I know how you feel about it. Don't you fucking yell.
Did anyone notice that I changed the roll here?
Nope.
Did it come the other way?
No. Well, we went through one roll very quickly. And then the new roll that somebody put on that wasn't me, was
Not me.
Was someone else in our room?
We had a
Angela.
fresh roll all of a sudden. It was hung the wrong way, and I changed it. And I was, as the bidet was going, I was giggling to myself. I was like, "They're gonna notice."
Dude, who changed the roll?
I don't know. Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Very weird.
I've noticed though with the bidet, I only need one wipe.
Okay, guys. She's back. We got to get you a bidet.
Yeah, definitely.
You definitely. Okay, let's do it.
Do you guys? So when I'm on the bidet,
Tushy, please sponsor
I'm
us.
spreading cheeks and I'm moving back and forth.
Yeah, you got to.
Just to make sure everything's. Yeah.
I thought only I had to do
I'm
it.
grabbing my butt cheeks and I'm opening them so that I can make sure every area is getting cleaned. What?
You're in the bidet, like you're standing.
I'm not standing. I'm sitting.
Oh,
But she's just pulling them apart so it's a clear path of entry.
I thought there was no cheek to seat connection.
No.
Okay.
No,
But
yeah.
I did notice when I stood up, there was water everywhere.
How'd that happen?
I don't know, but I cleaned it.
She was just
Talk to me
spraying.
about etiquette, little fucks.
No, I think bidet etiquette. Who knows? Whatever gets the job done. I feel like doesn't really matter.
Well, last night was very special.
Wait,
What?
do we want to talk about sumo?
Oh yeah, I missed that. So
I know. Okay, so Ange and I woke up yesterday morning and we went. I really wanted to see sumo. My dad is obsessed with sumo wrestling and knows all of the wrestlers. He like knows all the stats. He watches all the tournaments, and I thought it'd be really fun to go watch him practice. There isn't a tournament right now. But they have a practice window where you can literally just go walk up, stand outside in front of a glass window and just watch the sumo wrestlers practice. And these boys are beefy. They are so big, so strong. And they're just, and it was freezing. It was like, it felt like 30 degrees yesterday. It was probably like 40, but there was a huge breeze. And they're just outside in, I wish I knew the name of the,
Thonged up.
they were outside thonged up, just like doing squats in the cold. And like,
Yeah.
truly, they're stretching. One of them put on a little robe and hopped on a bicycle and biked away. I was
Damn.
like, cute. But it was super fun to see. You like, it doesn't matter how many times you see it on TV, like seeing them, like the actual like strength of these dudes. Really fun to watch.
One of them was fine.
Fine. Yeah.
did you get pics?
He's probably in the background. Some of them.
Yeah. Yeah. We didn't see him actually doing any wrestling, but
If he comes up on Hinge, swipe him right.
we swipe in. Yeah. Yeah. He was a cutie. He
Did you
seemed
see anyone go
strong.
down hard?
Wouldn't that be amazing? Oh my God, that would be so funny to, later down the road, right? You're in love, you're living in Japan, or he's moved to the States or whatever. How did you two meet?
I just stalked him outside of a sumo stable.
I watched his practice and then I found him on Hinge. And now here we are.
And now here we are.
Why are they called stables?
I said that to Ange. I'm like, it's a little like animalistic, don't you think? I don't know. It must be. I don't know.
I bet they'd be really I don't mean to say they, but I bet the fine sumo wrestler would be like really a nice spoon.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I think the way you talked about it was it'd be nice to just get fucking tossed across the room.
Tossed across the room, but I feel like like that size and that stature would be like a really cozy snuggle buddy.
Hell yeah.
Lots of.
I'm sure I'd
square
overheat
footage.
immediately. As we are in our steam bun room.
If anyone knows any single sumo wrestlers in Japan or in the States, send them Miriam's way.
At Miriam Grace.
I think Hinge should have handles.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know?
You can put your handle on there.
No, but not like your handle to like your social media, just like your Hinge handle.
Oh, so
Like,
you can look people up.
specifically. Yeah.
Yeah, it's too
Like
much
search-
roll the
Then
dice.
how is
Search
that
feature.
different? How is that any different than Instagram?
Because that's like dating specific. It doesn't let you into your whole life. You know, if you want to be like, okay, find me on Hinge. Is this a bad idea? It's like how OnlyFans like doesn't. Well, they don't have a search bar.
Oh. So you have to know someone's exact link.
Yeah, well, you have to go to their social to get to their profile. You know, like if you're interested in dating, like maybe you don't want to give someone your phone number, or like you don't want to give me your Instagram, but you're like you can find me, and it would just be really helpful to know like who's single again, and you can like actually just search by name
And
That
not
would be
have
really
to
nice.
scour the social media to see which pictures of the
like, if
past
they've gone
relationship
dark
have
on
been deleted or
Instagram-
not.
Yeah, they've gone dark on Instagram, haven't seen any happy pics of the couple.
Yeah.
You know, like did they break up or not? Are they both back on Hinge? First name, last name. Let's
Yeah.
go. I think there's probably a way to do that.
Yeah.
I don't have that capabilities. Like I'm pretty good at like snooping. I'm really good like in the FBI.
You
Like,
are an
my friends
FBI
are always
agent.
Like
Sleuth.
I'm a sleuth. Yeah, my friends are always like, this guy, I know his first name and where he went to high school, and I'm like, boom, bam, slam.
It's
I have
done.
everything.
Yeah.
Boom, bam, slam.
You can get to the bottom. I'm pretty bad at it, but I'll notice like
20 minutes and I can tell your shoe size.
That's so crazy. I don't have the energy for it either. Like I would get so I would start searching something and then I would all of a sudden be like looking at buildings.
and then ordering
As she
food.
does.
Yeah.
Looking at buildings, Miriam.
I don't know.
Because that's how Miriam gets
Wow,
off.
look at the joinery of this chair.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. I'm like, what was I looking at again?
So then we
Omakase.
Omakase. We
Omakase.
wanted to do a fancy dinner. It's really hard to get omakase reservations when you're staying at a
Somewhere
hostel,
that doesn't help you.
because most places like they're not interested in talking over the phone.
We are no longer
and
cage-free
it's hard to
chicken.
do it. It's really hard to do it yourself. So we scoured some very obscure like omakase reservation websites, and we found one out of like
5:30 p.m.
30
reservation.
like 35 listings. We found one that could fit us day of.
I
Yeah.
thought it was 85 listings.
I think there were only 35 on there.
Oh. Well, I was wrong.
Regardless,
I'm not. So it was. I think roughly 24. It was a.
I think we probably had 24 pieces.
You stand
of
outside.
sushi and such.
The door opens a little bit before 5:30. Very hot man let us in.
He was also fine.
Took our cloaks. We sat down. We were on the far left of the bar. Of about what? How many would you say?
8,
8 total people in there.
maybe 9.
Okay.
Maybe 10.
It was very quiet at first, and I think we were a little bit, but the chef was fucking funny.
He was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, again, we were the only white people in there, which, again, I think is great for us finding, or for Ange finding good spots.
Yeah, definitely.
But they knew we didn't know what the hell we were about to consume, and we couldn't understand anything.
Yeah. But it was nice going back and forth because, he was like, this one's swordfish. And we
Yeah.
kept putting our finger out of our nose going like, ding, ding.
Some miming.
Some
of
miming.
What kind of fish it might be.
And he just kept saying, no, no, no. And then we realized as a group we were eating barracuda. It was not swordfish.
No, and there was one where we were like, mackerel. It's mackerel, right? And he's like, no, not mackerel, gizzard. And we're like, no, that's not a fish. It must be mackerel. And then he's like, no, gizzard. And then he goes in the back for a while, comes back out, and shows us a book. And we were indeed eating gizzard.
Up for debate. Could have been lost in translation.
We got to the point, okay, well, the first dish was a miniature white cup of soup. And what came in the little cup of soup now, guys, was baby eels.
Veal.
Eel veal mixed with clam soup.
Yeah.
And that may have been the hardest thing to choke down.
I thought they were starting big with semen.
It was
Yeah, because
honestly-
Angela has eaten whale semen before.
Now more than once.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a it was that one was the consistency of
Oh, about not.
Can't be said. Cut this.
Oh.
Wait. What one?
We'll go off air.
Oh, okay. So the eel soup was like, honestly, the little baby eels were about the size and consistency of like a noodle, like a rice noodle. So I kept trying to like, we also the whole meal we were doing kind of like a marketing exercise where we're like, how do we frame this in our brains to not
Because the
wanna
guy keeps coming over
gag?
and touching his reproductive organs and tapping his belly, going
Yeah.
like, it's something
Trying
in
to
here.
be so quiet that no one else can hear us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was that eel thing. I was like, no, it's just like noodles. It's like noodles. And then as I'm like slurping baby eels and picturing baby eels and like also clam soup, not really my jam.
You guys drank mine, and I'm very grateful.
Yeah, we had to do a little bit of swap. Each one of us, I think, had something we just couldn't do. Actually, I take that back. I ate everything.
You did eat everything.
I didn't. I just did it all. You didn't do the head.
No, I did eat the head, but then Becky didn't want to eat the head, so she was trying to pass it to me, and I said, I can do one, I cannot do two.
And Miriam
right.
scarfed that shit.
I ate everything. Okay. But some of which I said I cannot have two of.
Got
And
it.
I
That's right.
failed.
No, you did not.
You did great, but there were a few moments where you're like, absolutely not. Which, again, going back to customs, I think both Ange and I felt strongly that like, if you're at an omakase place, like you have to eat everything. You just can't.
Yeah, I'm a little
Can't be
too.
like, I'm gonna see. Well, you just want chicken.
I'm a little too Americanized. I want to eat what I want when I want, and I bring
lot of it-
leftovers everywhere. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even if it's Sbarro's and there's a crust left, I'm bringing it home and I'm putting it in the fridge. Maybe we should get Italian today.
You're not going to like it.
Okay. Okay.
It's not what you think it is.
We're not near Italy.
Okay. So we get through, but some of them, oh God, the tuna, so many of them, and you just, and he scrunches it up in his hand, and it comes out, and it's so tender, the tuna and the salmon, and a couple of them were cooked, and a little bit of a broth. Just so fucking good.
Yeah.
Except for a couple rogue ones. And then we got to
The main,
the main,
let's call it the main course.
the last one.
No, that wasn't the last one.
What's it called?
The shun. Shikaro? Basically, Ange went to the bathroom. It was just Becky and I. The chef brought out this dish with a lid, and he said egg, and then he like slapped his belly a couple times, and we didn't really know what it was. Becky made a joke that it was in overnight oats.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Basically, dude.
Yeah. And so Ange comes back. Well, I'm like, all right, I'm going to dive in. And it's served with a spoon. And I'm trying to, it's a big kind of like egg-sized white ball in a broth. And I like cut the ball, and it immediately like liquefies and starts coagulating. And I take a bite, and I'm just like, again, mental marketing. Like, it tastes like miso. It tastes like miso. Texture's not my jam, but I can, like, flavor's fine. And it's very rich.
Yeah,
very
you kept
fatty.
saying it's just miso, and I
Yeah.
said no because I had taken a bite.
We were also none the wiser that it was fish semen at this point.
Exactly. We later found out.
Testicles.
Unsure whether
It
it was sack or poached to be in that consistency.
Either way, it had a sack, whether that was part of it or it was from the poaching.
It started contained, but then it busted
Very
wide open as semen does.
Very quickly busted open.
But I don't think fish have testicles the size of human testicles.
So
I think
how
it's
many
just like
fishies did that take?
I don't know.
Thousands.
Or maybe it was just huge sturgeon
No,
semen.
I think it must have been like a big. Well, I mean, listen, we really don't know. We got through it. Becky couldn't do it. Ange guzzled down 2 cups of it.
Yeah, yes, 2 not cups, bowls.
2 bowls of it.
Bowls of
I
semen.
got through it by telling myself it's miso, it's miso, it's miso.
I am
it's
just-
miso.
Don't forget that at this point that we did not know that it was
Yeah.
semen.
No, I know.
We just knew that it was questionable.
I knew something wasn't right, but I haven't tasted it in so long, being in a relationship with a woman. And so, but I knew something wasn't right.
Somewhat
Somewhat right.
Like some scent in there seems off-putting.
And then the ending, Angela goes, "Can we be released?"
Well, damn! They kept us for like 40 minutes longer than we needed to be there because I don't know what's going on.
There was a guy at the end of the bar.
Was ordering extra food.
A little bit different too when you're used to like hurry up and fucking eat, go, and then like, okay, this is gonna be a really long.
There was no clear end, so we just kind of slowly backed up our chairs. And I'm like, I'm just gonna back up until someone glares at me.
But he was making dish after dish, and we just kept going, oh no, I can't eat anymore, guys, I can't eat anymore.
And
it
we
was
should-
like fucking doomsday, and he wasn't
Yeah.
making it for us. It was like the meal was done. They just
People
didn't
had
bring our
ordered
check over
extras.
until
Yeah.
for a while.
I think we were stuck in there for like that sounds bad. We were in there for 3 hours.
We should say the meal was phenomenal.
Insane,
Like, everything
insane.
we ate was really, really, really good. It's our own mental blocks that prevented us from being able to enjoy some of the items.
I mean, yeah, like 3 of the 25 dishes that we had were just a little too out there.
Yeah. And we and as Ange has mentioned a handful of times, we did not know at this point what we had eaten because that he was doing a really great job of translating for us what fish was what, but that one there was like no real translation.
We didn't want to.
He didn't even look
Right.
at us.
We didn't. He knew we wouldn't want to know. So we end up leaving. We pay the check. We leave. We're on the corner figuring out where we're gonna go to meet our friends for karaoke. And this Japanese couple come up to us, and because we had told the chef we were from Los Angeles, the woman said she grew up in Burbank or like lived in Burbank 40 years ago. And so her and her husband were chatting with us, and she used the opportunity to ask. She took a picture of everything and showed her the picture of the very questionable blob
He goes, "Fuck was that?"
and asked what it was. And the husband just starts like, testes, testes,
Testes.
testes. And we're like, oh, got it. And then they're both cracking up. We're all like mortified, but also dying laughing.
So she told me the word and I Googled it and I showed it to her. I was like, just confirming that this is that. And she was like,
Yeah. So we found out it was indeed some part of the testicles, whether it be the sperm or the sac or whatever. We're not sure.
sperm.
It was the sperm. Great.
Loads of sperm, a poached egg sized sack of sperm.
Yeah. And Ange had 2.
I had to. I had an adult movies amount.
Oh,
of
dude.
sperm.
Oh my God. And how do you feel today? You
I'm
seem a
okay.
little less
Last night,
sniffly.
like, honestly, last night I after like I can eat most things, but like after learning that, I was like, I don't know if I can go like scream sing karaoke right now.
Yeah.
And you did.
And we did.
And I didn't even eat the semen and I went home.
I know.
I think
See ya.
they gave you the strength to continue. I was
Maybe
out
that's
for
what
the
it
count.
was. We needed that stamina.
No, we need not market semen positively
I mean, yeah, I guess not.
or give it more.
High
give
protein, high fat. That was
Yeah, you guys were like, how many
gaudy.
calories? I wonder how many calories in the semen.
High calorie. It's probably like 2 avocados.
Yeah, easily.
That's one of the good fats.
Natural. Becky went back to the cage.
I did.
And-
And it's taken 2.5, almost 3 days, but I caved and I postmated my first safety nosh. I ordered a fuck ton of McDonald's. And ate like 2 bites of it.
Yeah.
And it's still sitting on top of the fridge.
Yeah.
We just in case.
Just in case
her
there's
safety
a
blanket.
panic. If I go anywhere, I have to have something in the fridge.
Yeah. We still have a couple katsus from Sam Lamb.
Sam
too.
Lamb.
I
those
know.
have passed.
Their time is done. But no, we had a blast. We wish you would have come out with us. We might do another karaoke session tonight.
Yeah.
But so right before this trip, I was at a wedding in Hawaii. One of my dearest friends, Sean, and his now wife, Nicole, are honeymooning in Japan, and I decided to crash the honeymoon. So we all met up for karaoke, and we like wrecked our vocal cords within the first 2 songs. And we made the mistake of being like, we'll only be in for 1 hour. And was like, I'm tired. I just drank, like guzzled way too much semen. I got to go to bed. So we're like, we're going to do this quick. And after an hour, they come in, they're like, 5-minute warning. We're like, add another 30 minutes. And after that, they come in, they're like, 5-minute warning. Like, add another 30 minutes. We could not stop singing. It was so much fun.
And chugging highballs.
Yeah. And
but not even trying to get hammered. We're just like trying to stay.
we needed it for our vocal cords.
Yes, of
Yeah,
course.
highballs
Of course.
highballs go down easy.
I think I just just chugged one of them because I was like, my throat, I need liquid.
And
great.
losing my voice is probably my number one greatest source of anxiety. So
Yeah.
it's for the best that I went home.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
All right, sir.
Or
Today we're gonna go see some museums, and then tomorrow we separate.
I know.
It has been wild. It has been fun. The room is perfectly fucking steamed, and I can't even believe we pulled over for an hour to do this. But we wanted to share our tales with everyone and try to get through a podcast without talking about diarrhea.
And there it goes.
No, Miriam.
Picking up my stomach gurgling.
Time to fill up with ramen.
Yeah, we need some foods.
Okay, if you have, any Rex will be long gone by then. But
Yeah. If you have any fun stories from time you spent in Japan,
yes, share with us.
Yeah.
Or something, anything crazy you've ever eaten that you didn't know what it was, or was just different from a different culture. Love to hear it.
Yeah.
Having now experienced it, I had my first uni. That was good.
right.
You just kept saying everything was cream cheese. It's cream cheese. It's cream cheese. Beck's cream
It's my
cheese.
marketing tactic.
There was one point when he was cutting the heads off of shrimp also, and a little piece of a shrimp tail flew into Miriam's sake glass. And I said, cheers to catching more tail in 2023.
Woo.
So with that, start at birth familia. Cheers
Cheers
to
We love
catching
you.
more tail and gargling more semen in 2023. Or whatever else you enjoy and love.
Exactly. This has been really fun.
This trip has really reinvigorated my love for travel. And it's only, I just can't wait to get up to the mountains. I'm so fucking, it's powder. We're going to be powder hounding it. And if you thought I was crying and having an existential crisis in that bath, wait till we get to the outdoor one. I'm going to load up into that bath with fish and chips and just fucking turn it into a geyser. I'm just kidding. As always, thank you for listening. Oh, we got to figure out how to fit Angela into the sign off. Here's how we normally do it. I've been Becky Robinson.
And I still am Miriam Mulligafari.
And I'm Big Ange.
And Big Ange. This is Start at Birth. Have an amazing, amazing fucking week, an amazing Monday. We love you so much. Thanks for listening. Leave
Thanks
a
for
review.
listening.
Email us anything. startatbirthpod@gmail.com.
Yep. Follow us at Start at Birth, at Miriam Grace, at Becky Robinson 4, at Angela
_in space.
_in space.
And keep living, loving, and laughing.
Yes.
Sayonara.
Sayonara.
Sayonara.